Gotta love Luffy and that simple, straightforward genius of his. Everybody else is freaking about the world ending. He jumps headfirst into the cloud and does a gum gum fireworks.
One Piece, chapter 297, Praise of the Earth.
Well, hello, my brothers and sisters of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, here to bring you another review on the awesomely world-ending tale of One Piece. Our last chapter, of course, saw us with really Wyper, finally taking a turn for the better, I guess you would say. Finally opening up his mind to at least listen to what Robin had to say to him about what Luffy was trying to do, ringing the golden bell. He put two and two together and figured out that obviously this descendant, this Mont Blanc cricket, is actually a descendant of Mont Blanc Noland. So it really kind of cool how everything came together. Very heartfelt, very heartwarming, very touching. And certainly it was nice to see, and he wound up, giving of himself, using that rejectile a third time now on the giant jack to be able to get it to fall the way Luffy needed to, in the hopes that he can at least have a chance to get to Enel, right? So that's how the chapter left off, and that's of course right where the chapter picks up over here, and we do get, we get some of this nonsense. You wind up seeing some of the different inhabitants of Skypiea, and of course they're scared shitless. They can't go anywhere. They're basically just sitting in their boats waiting for the end to happen, and Enel, of course, is up there, gathering that huge lightning cloud that he's going to use for that Kingdom Come ultimate judgment thing that he's going to do, It sounds like something like a special finishing move from like Mortal Kombat, Kingdom Come, So Scorpion wins. Fatality. Anyways, though, this chapter really winds up, it doesn't progress things a whole lot. It's really nail-biting in the sense that you're just like, oh my god, I want you to get there. I want you to get to him. But it is kind of cool. We do wind up seeing that Wyper is still alive, and he's standing there, and it looks like he's standing right in the path of destruction as Enel is going crazy with all kinds of different. He's trying to fire lightning down, start the forest on fire. He's trying to do anything he can, blow the runes apart, hoping that he can destroy, obviously, this part of Upper Yard over here. Because if he can sink that giant jack, then Luffy and Nami wouldn't even have a chance, So, nonetheless, though, as this is all happening, and I imagine it happening kind of all in like freeze frame, almost like frame by frame, second by second, we wind up getting, Luffy and Nami, of course, wind up flying off the edge of that giant jack and are in midair, going towards him. And we wind up seeing a neat thing over here, kind of a neat revelation on both ends. Of course, there was the revelation from Wyper, and he's just like, he does this cool stoic pose where he's just like, Earth will not lose. And, so then I thought about it, and it really is. I mean, it's really like Earth against frickin' Enel, you know what I mean, when you think about it. And you wind up seeing some of the Skypians, and it was really neat to see even Captain McKinley, especially because they've had these false gods, so to speak, that they call God, and this dude's down on his hands and knees praying, and he's like, it's never too late for a prayer, and regardless of what you believe in or what you don't believe in or anything like that, it's not my position to challenge or to uphold or anything like that as far as what your particular faith is with things, but I thought that it was kind of touching, and I thought it was very fitting in this sense, as everything looks like it's coming to an end, obviously for the people of Skypiea. However, Upper Yard is holding strong though, man. It won't move, it won't budge, and then we get another revelation that I thought was kind of nice, and these are more emotional, personal things. But Gan-Fall goes and sees that Upper Yard's just kind of taking a licking, and it's not going anywhere, right? And he's like, it truly is, and he's thinking in his mind, it says, oh, it truly is a blessing, and this and that. And he says, I cannot believe that we were so wrong for not letting the Shandians be on their homeland, and why couldn't we have fixed this over the last 400 years? So you see that remorse and that regret, and for me, it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat to see everybody come full circle, because really, this was a case where there really was no right or wrong. I mean, that there obviously was wrong on the part of the Skypians from 400 years ago, but obviously for the ones that took their place to just kind of keep carrying on this tradition of like, oh geez, they're just rebels, they're guerrillas, we just got to keep them out of here and fight them and kill them when they get close. Who knows how much actually got passed down of the truth and how many things got convoluted through generation and generation. So I thought it was nice. I thought it was neat. So this is what was cool for me. And like I said, I just picture this happening all in slow motion. So Luffy's flying through the air, and then he goes and he's kind of like, all right, thanks, Nami. Your efforts won't go to waste. And he kind of just goes and like tosses her down, and she lands on this cloud, it looks like. And she's like, what, Luffy, what are you doing? You're headed right towards that cloud, that huge kingdom come judgment ball of evil that he's going to do. She's like, that's all like a whirlpool discharge of lightning and electricity and everything else, right? But Luffy, man, it's that simple genius, that horse blinder mentality, whatever you want to say, man. He goes towards this ball of electricity, this huge ball of electricity, and gets inside of it, right? And then he goes and he does the gum fireworks, and he starts, that's the one that he used on McKinley and his crew, the White Berets, 80 chapters ago or whatever it was. And he starts, and he does it with this golden ball flying all over the place. And what he's actually doing, because the gold ball is a conductor of electricity, is he's actually going and discharging all of the buildup of electricity in there. Now, I don't know, I'm not an electrician, nor am I a scientist, but I realize this is some plausible shit, and I realize, too, that, I'm thinking, does it all soak up into the ball then, or what? Nonetheless, Enel's just like, he sees what's going on with him, and he's just like, yeah, it won't matter anyway, as long as I go and, as long as I release the, everything from there for this kingdom come judgment that I'm going to do, before he goes and discharges all the electricity, will be cool. But nonetheless, I thought it was done very well, and that's how the chapter winds up ending. We've got the giant kingdom come ball of awesome over there. We've got, well, it's a couple pages over here of Luffy doing all this stuff, but that's when he's going crazy, of course, with the, with the gum fireworks in there, which I thought was great. And then the end of it, and they got people, everybody's praying. I like that, please protect the people. But this one was cool because you had Conus when, she's just like praying. She's like, God, protect these people and this and that, and let the sun shine. And then you see Luffy, and it appears that the ball, the thunder ball, or whatever that he was inside of, it appears that things are clearing around him. And Enel looks like he's pretty pissed off over there. So that's how the chapter ends. And Luffy just fucking, he's just crazy, man. I love it. So that's how the chapter ends. I'm hoping that this ball of electricity, this kingdom come, has been averted, at least for the time being, at least temporarily. And, man, just really good stuff. My chapter question, though, is going to be, what are your thoughts on not only Wyper, but Gan-Fall, especially their revelations, where really they both kind of finally took they took responsibility for their actions and for their negativity and for their hatred and for the things that they did. They took responsibility for the wrongs that they've committed, is the bottom line. And I feel that is that's the culmination of it. That for me, that's the life lesson learned. You know what I mean? It was a convoluted thing where there was really no right or wrong. You can't say this person was definitively good or bad or evil or whatever. But at the end, it looks like they both realize the error of their ways and are certainly, certainly cognizant of it. And I thought it was great. So let me know what your thoughts are on that, though, brothers and sisters, in the comments down below. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, the like button if you should think that I deserve it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We will look forward to catching all of you. Yes, you. Yes, you too. In the next one. And you. And you, and you, and you. Nation.
Say, after you're done checking out Nami, why don't you come on over and see my Facebook and Twitter pages? All right.